Well, our thing is how we work and how we operate. It must make business sense on our side.
Let me get to you, because I understand that you have retired. You're 50-0. You walked away from the game. You made a lot of money, but you did make news sometime last year when people were talking about you returning. Now, you're 43 years old, okay? I want to know where your head is at as it pertains to you.
Well, whatever reason it is that they want to see you, that reason is why you money. It's not that you just deserve money because it's hard to do.
Right.
I have never encountered an athlete who, number one, flaunts his wealth the way Floyd flaunts his wealth, and who, number two, is so blindly full of himself to the fault of those who did pave the way. He did acknowledge that much, so I appreciate that much.
A boxer who once said he was the greatest of all time is now facing serious difficulties, as Floyd Mayweather has become the focus of a major controversy with allegations claiming involvement in scams and reports indicating his financial situation may be nearing a complete collapse.
I did it the hard way. You know, I'm a kid that came from poverty. I can remember being a kid living in Jersey with my mother. 7 of us living in a 1-bedroom. You know, no lights, no heat. Never cried, never complained. Just worked hard to get to where I got to in life. It's been hard work.
When Floyd Mayweather shifted from the pretty boy Floyd phase into the Money Mayweather era, his public image clearly changed. Instead of being known only for elite skill and nearly unbeatable defense, he began presenting himself as a symbol of luxury and financial success, placing greater emphasis on displaying wealth rather than chasing pure boxing legacy.
If you want to look at guys that never got hit, Floyd went his entire career, got hit hard like 3 or 4 times, ever.
Yeah. When he fought Diego Chico Corrales, which was one of my favorite all-time fights, you know, because it was like, there was nothing for Diego to hit, and then all of a sudden he just bounced in his face, bop, left hook from like 5 feet away. That's a Mayweather that I think nobody could possibly maybe beat.
That was the pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. Was before he became Money Mayweather.
He reshaped himself into a powerful brand, proudly showing off money and luxury. Attention moved away from his elite defense in the ring toward a flashy lifestyle, collecting huge fight paydays and becoming one of the richest athletes alive, led by Floyd Mayweather.
It's just complete genius.
Yes.
First of all, from just changing his style, right? He broke his hands a lot. So when he was younger, they called him Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And then he changed his name to Money. And when he changed his name to Money, he turns heel.
Yeah.
He became like this guy and everybody wanted to see him get beat.
Yeah.
And he's the most unhittable guy in the history of the sport.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's interesting when fighters figure out ways to do that too, like what Floyd is doing. What Floyd is doing is so interesting. He retires from fighting and he says, I'll just start boxing people who have no chance.
Hey, why not?
Floyd Mayweather started out making around $3 million for each fight early in his career. Everything shifted after he chose the bold step of going independent, a decision that rapidly boosted his financial position. That move placed him on a path toward owning billions and eventually made him the highest paid athlete on the planet. By separating from promoters and carefully controlling his career outside the usual boxing system, he created a legacy built on financial success unlike anything seen before.
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.
However, as his wealth grew, personal tensions started to emerge. Floyd Mayweather's father shared that before Floyd earned enormous sums, they rarely argued. Once the millions arrived, their relationship began to strain because Floyd's spending became extravagant. Expensive cars, properties, and other luxury purchases dominated his focus, and this change in priorities created friction between him and his father. In his father's view, money has a way of changing people.
We have never had an argument in our life, me and him. Then we had an argument on what was the name of it? HBO. It was on HBO. Then another time we argued over by the car. I'm saying, man, what is all this about now? I'm just saying, you know, and we never had no argument. All of a sudden, it is or it ain't. Sometimes, you know, hey, when people get, it ain't about me training or anything like that. People get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever. Father, mother, brother, sister, name it. You know, if sometimes when people get money.
As Floyd Mayweather's fortune grew, so did his arrogance, which caused him to lose several close relationships, including lifelong friends. Mike Tyson openly criticized his pride, saying there was nothing admirable about it, and stressed that Floyd needed to stay grounded and keep his ego in check despite his massive wealth.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
Floyd Mayweather's close friendship with rapper 50 Cent was one of the most talked about relationships in entertainment. As Floyd's wealth grew, cracks began to form in their bond. According to 50 Cent, Floyd's obsession with money became too much, and he reportedly told 50 Cent he never asked for his help despite their long-standing connection. This split was mostly caused by Floyd's focus on wealth, ignoring both his legacy and the people who had supported him from the beginning.
And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, you know, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
He said something to me one time, very simple. He said, what a prize fighter fight for? And I'm like, and he said, the prize. So it's okay for you to watch the fight. Don't nobody watch Floyd fight to see how amazing he is. They watch it for the opportunity to see him lose.
Right.
Because they don't like him. They don't like him because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no, like the people's champ, like Ali was standing for the same things.
Right.
The audience was standing for. You know, he doesn't have any of that. It's just money. You know what I'm saying? And that, he knows you don't like him.
Floyd Mayweather also lost one of his most promising proteges, boxer Gervonta Davis, who felt exploited by him. Davis revealed that Floyd repeatedly put him in positions where he had to rely on Mayweather, and despite the money Davis earned from his fights, Floyd did not pay him fairly, which eventually led Davis to end their relationship.
Or I'm gonna be back asking you for money. Nah, why would I do that? I give her a couple dollars. I take some, whatever, whenever you need some money. You feel me? But when I was legit to be able to get her out the hood, that's what I did.
Like, I had to learn that coming up that, like, a motherfucker will put you in a position to always need him. And, like, to the world, it might look like that's a great person. But, like, to somebody to understand, you understand, like, what Kendrick Lamar say? Nah, that's a master manipulator. Like, because if I gotta put you in a position that they always need me, you always gotta, I'm gonna just give you crumbs. And we hear it a lot. Like, if I'm a, nigga, what's $1,000? You know what I'm trying to say? But to you who don't have it, is a lot, and I know you going to go to war for that $1,000. So me understanding that $48 of plot power, I'ma always feed you a little bit so you can be excited and do just enough to come back around.
But I ain't really just put me in position to be able to, you know, make my own thing. And I don't want to say no name, but they wind up catching it. The people that's over top of me, I mean, like, I was signed to him, and Floyd signed to him. So the person that, he said, okay, cool, I see what's going on. That's when you start taking over my career.
Davis also pointed out Floyd's difficulty accepting anyone outperforming him, noting that he grew envious of fighters who earned more or were considered greater than him, even going so far as to claim that Muhammad Ali was not superior to him.
I'm ready to say this. Okay. Out of all these guys in the history of boxing,
yes,
I've accomplished more than every fighter in the history of boxing.
Okay, Ali.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali when he only had 7 fights.
Yes.
And if we really tell the truth, if we really tell the truth,
well, that's what you're here for. You're here to tell the truth.
What's the heavyweight guy that Ali fought 3 times? Ken Norton, actually.
Ken Norton.
Ken Norton really beat Ali all 3 times. Go back and look at the fights. I mean, we just telling the truth. And I love Ali, of course.
Floyd Mayweather's arrogance went beyond his personal relationships as he openly flaunted his wealth, which only fueled public dislike. His habit of showing off a lavish lifestyle, along with controversial statements, made him one of the most hated boxers in history, and his claims of being the greatest, regardless of others' achievements, further intensified the negative perception of him.
In all of my career, I have never encountered an athlete who, number one, flaunts his wealth the way Floyd flaunts his wealth, and who, number two, is so blindly full of himself to the fault of those who did pave the way. He did acknowledge that much, so I appreciate that much. But the way he just blithely scoffed at Ali's accomplishments, it wasn't just disrespectful, Stephen A. Smith. It was flat out blasphemous. Now, to your credit, you did go back at him. You can't. Okay, and to Floyd's credit, you know what? Early in Ali's career, he did get dropped. Not by Burt Cooper, by Henry Cooper in London. He fought him twice in London. And he did get dropped, and he got right back up and won the fight.
Because of his brash attitude and flashy displays of wealth, Floyd Mayweather became one of the most disliked boxers in history. His decision to avoid drama despite his behavior only increased hostility. He often said that public opinion did not matter, and that he would continue fighting in both exhibitions and official bouts. This indifference to criticism made him even more divisive, with many fans and commentators questioning his motives.
They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, this is $1 million worth of watches, this watch goes for $2 million. And
my most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch. And so you hate him. People hate him.
He creates envy.
Yes. Yeah, it creates envy, and you want him to lose, but he's not gonna.
After retiring from professional boxing, Floyd Mayweather moved into exhibition fights. These matches faced heavy criticism, as many believed he was damaging his legacy by competing against lesser-known opponents mainly for the money.
Floyd, what does it mean for you to go out on your terms, not on anybody else's terms, but you to make the decision, you know what, this is it, I don't care what all you guys say, I'm out of here, I'm done?
I mean, I think I think I just had a game plan. I had a brilliant game plan. The game plan was to be very outspoken. You know, I was born with personality. I was born with charisma. Speak my mind. Speak from the heart. You know, I don't hate or dislike anyone. I want to go out there, you know, and just do what I have to do inside that square circle. Choose a tremendous team on the outside that's going to help me take things to the next level, and that's what I did.
His exhibition matches gained a reputation as cash grabs, with critics arguing that the events focused more on maximizing his share of the earnings than offering fans competitive or meaningful fights.
That's the shot.
But you know what it is? I think obviously with Floyd, he gets the biggest percentage of the purse, isn't it?
Yeah, but he can still get the biggest percentage of the purse.
Yeah, but Ricky Hatton's gonna want more. He'll want more. He'll want more.
He'll want more.
Yeah.
But I'm sure when they fought in their heyday, Floyd got more.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know what I'm saying?
No, but Floyd wants like 95% more. 90% more. You know what I'm saying? It's not like...
He's like 95-5. Yeah, that's how he likes to do it, innit? Because I'm not gonna lie, if Floyd fought Ricky, both of them now, catch weight 154, O2 Arena,
it will sell out. It will sell out.
It will sell out.